Watch this.
Okay.
Unlock the front door.
What's your voice code for front door lock?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Unlocking. Hang on.
I don't think it's meant to do that. I think I am entirely outside of the bounds of what this product is supposed to do. It's intended for turning a proper latch like this one. But as soon as my missus's back was turned, I thought, I wonder if I could make it turn our front door key. Find out later on in the video if in fact I did glue that to my front door, and if in fact my wife did kill me. Did that work? That baited you in? Some say I'm the master of bait. I'm a master bait. Thanks to Switchbot for sponsoring today's video and for sending me their Retrofit smart door lock and their waterproof touch keypad with fingerprint scanner. This retrofit lock can be installed in minutes and can be installed on practically any mechanism that turns thanks to its 3 separate adapters, as demonstrated by these physically abusive weirdos.
So many steps.
Switchbot lock. Smarter every time.
Switchbot lock. Smarter every time.
Switchbot lock. Smarter every time.
So little brain power! Switchbot lock! This lock can be locked with Siri Shortcuts, but sadly not unlocked with Siri Shortcuts. But it can be both locked and unlocked with Google Home and of course Amazon Alexa.
Oh God, I love you.
If you are an Apple fan though, it does work for both locking and unlocking with an Apple Watch. The second awesome thing that this thing can do is start Alexa routines. And this is exciting. If you lock the door, you can have it turn all of the lights in your house off, for example. If you unlock the door, you could have it turn on the lights to your entrance hall. This is like literal magic. Getting the lock up and running takes literally 0 time. All you have to do is take the little battery tag out and it's already in pairing mode.
Well, it honked at me.
Then you click the plus button in the app and it will automatically discover the lock and guide you through the process of physically attaching it to your door. It has a height adjustment bracket which enables you to maneuver it away from any objects that might be in the way, and you can position it in any direction. But I did have some concerns that the sticky pad might fall off. It doesn't fall off.
Yep. Oh man, that's never coming off. God damn! Oh man, oh no, that is not happening.
It will, in fact, still be here long after the human race is extinct, and the cockroach uprising is trying to study what our walls used to be like, only to find that after 3 million years, they still can't get the 3M tape to come off. This did, of course, give some pause for thought as to whether I should actually install the second lock that I had on the front door. The wife might not be overly keen. So in the name of science, I hurriedly attached the lock to the front door when she wasn't looking. I think I got away with that one. Wait for it. There it is. Captain's log. Stardate 40217.3. Lieutenant 6 of 9 and I are scheduled to rendezvous on Cardassia Prime for peace talks and have headed to the transporter to beam down. Energize. Whoa, what happened?
Don't dare.
Subscribe now to help Captain Picard and Lieutenant 6 of 9 return to their own bodies. Find out later on in the episode if enough of you subscribed. This is one of the smartest things I have ever been sent. After calibration, it remembers where the lock and unlock points are, so that even if you have a lock like I do, which will spin multiple times in either direction, it knows exactly whereabouts on that rotation the lock and unlock points are, so even if you turn it like 2 times to the left, it will remember, oh, I need to go 2 times back to get to the unlock point.
Well, that's going to confuse it. It learnt. It realised. It flipping realised. That is so clever!
And now, a word from our sponsor, Mine. Reginald, did you know you'll give out your personal data on almost every online interaction, including sensitive identity data, financial data, and more? How many companies do you think hold your personal data? Wrong, it's 36. I signed up to SayMine.com using your primary email address to see which companies hold data on you. Don't worry, Reginald. Mine can help you exercise your data rights and reclaim what's yours by asking services you no longer use to delete your information. I bet you don't even know who Double Twist are, do you, Reginald? They've had your phone number and email address since 2012. Oh, Reginald, there's no need for... Stop it, Reginald! Stop wrapping your head in tinfoil, Reginald! Mine helps send an official data deletion request directly from your inbox, and the companies can then identify who you are and delete your info. You can also undo these requests within the first hour if you change your mind. So why wait? Mine is entirely free for a limited time using my link below. And now, back to our main feature. The waterproof keypad can utilize up to 100 different fingerprints, can use an NFC swipe card that comes in the box, and can use any number of designated pins, whether they be permanent pins or temporary pins for people like cleaners. And this app actually has one of the best management systems I have seen for doing this. You've got 3 tabs to choose from, and you just have to choose the corresponding tab with whatever it is you want to update, whether that be fingerprints, NFC cards, or PIN codes. Whichever of the 3 categories you choose, when you click the plus button, it will give you the option for either permanent or temporary, which means that you can actually create temporary fingerprints. The only missed opportunity here, I think, is that you can't set a start date. Today, right here and now, is the start date for your temporary passcode until whatever date it is you choose. You can't say, I want it to start next Monday. This is more than made up for, though, by the next feature. This is genius, and I have never seen it on any other system. What you can do is create emergency fingerprints, so you could maybe set that one as your emergency fingerprint and that one as your normal fingerprint. And if you're being coerced by a burglar, if they're trying to force you into your house, you can use the emergency fingerprint, and it will let you in, so they won't suspect anything, but it will send a request to the app so that your husband, your partner, your wife, whoever it is, will know that you have been coerced to get into the house because you used your emergency fingerprint. You can do the same thing with a PIN code. Put in your emergency PIN code. The burglar doesn't know any different, but a notification goes to the app for anyone else who has the app installed. Genius. As is the case with most smart home doorbells, this thing can be removed to change the batteries simply by using a SIM card pin to lever it off the wall. What it will do, though, is if it's removed from the wall unexpectedly by someone trying to steal it, it will give them a damn good honking. The honking will only stop if you use the app or use your thumbprint or punch in a PIN code, and you will receive a notification during the honking to let you know that someone is trying to steal it. Both the lock and the PIN pad use 2 included CR123A batteries, and the battery life for 10 unlocks a day is 180 days. So if you only unlock the door 5 times a day, double that. There's nothing wrong with these devices per se, but there are some obvious caveats. The first one is, these things are paired together. They don't have an internet connection unless you want them to. This means that it is all entirely local, but if you want to be able to control them using your voice, you're going to need the hub. Similarly, if you want to be able to get notifications when things are going on and you're outside of the house, you're going to need the hub for that too. Caveat number 2. If you have done what I have done and you have decided to leave your key permanently in the door and you've put this lock over the top of it, oh my god, poor Hibbert's so stupid! Burglars can use rare earth magnets and they can jam your Wi-Fi signals using Wi-Fi jammers and they can use coat hangers to get at your door locks! I'm getting to that. So, you could poke a coat hanger through somebody's letterbox and fish a key off a hook. Burglars do this all the time, and if you're leaving your key on a hook near your door, don't. You can't, however, use a coat hanger through your letterbox to rotate a knob 360 degrees. You tried. For an hour. My neighbors think I am insane. Finally, the whole Wi-Fi thing and these rare earth magnets. 1, as Bluetooth, dickhead. And 2, stop watching The Lockpicking Lawyer, for the love of God. I am sick of answering this in my comment section. They're not Ocean's 11. They don't sit upon a throne of rare earth magnets. And even if they did, I've maneuvered this thing all around it. None of the mechanisms move. It's fine. Burglars aren't that clever. Burglars are really clever! Burglars are really clever! Next caveat then. My door lock will not let me open the outside of the door if there is a key already on the inside of the door, which means I can't use a manual key anymore. Nisha has already instructed me to remove this lock as a consequence of exactly this because she wants to use a key, like a Neanderthal. And the final caveat is Home Assistant. Home Assistant! If you were hoping to use this lock with Home Assistant, tough tits. Unfortunately, it's broken. There is an integration in Home Assistant, but it doesn't work. I personally think this is a bit of a shame, but it's not enough to stop me buying it because I am perfectly content to use Alexa routines instead to make all of the stuff happen, because for the most part, I will be using this simply as a door lock. At least I would be if my partner wasn't a Neanderthal. No? There it is. And now to find out if enough of you pressed subscribe. Enough of you did press subscribe, and Captain Picard is clearly thrilled to be back in his own body. He's not thrilled, is he? He quite liked having boobs. That's fun to say. Boobs. Boobs. No other lock on the market is this easy to install, and although I've made a bit of a joke about how difficult it is to remove from your door, it could be removed with some WD-40 and some fishing wire. So even if you're renting the property you're in, you could still install this lock. The Alexa functionality alone is enough for me to want to install this thing, but the simple fact that it has a waterproof keypad already sets it apart from almost everything else that's out there on the market right now. Switchbot keep upping their game, and the competition is struggling to keep up. I haven't even mentioned in this review the little magnet sensor that attaches to your door frame and lets you know if you've left your door open, that can also be used to trigger routines if the door is opened or closed. Nor have I mentioned that you can use NFC tags to unlock your door simply by swiping them with your unlocked mobile phone. I am in love with this thing, and I am gutted that Nisha won't let me install it on a permanent basis. Thank you to Switchbot all the same for sending it to me, and for my tiny little hobbit door. I've had some fun with this.
Oh yes, hello there. I was just wondering if I might be able to pop in for a moment to talk about our Lord and Saviour, Mr. Jeffrey P. Bezos. He's Amazon's CEO, you see, and he doesn't quite have enough yachts. I was wondering if I might be able to get a donation... I'm sorry, excuse me.
To avoid giving more donations to Jeff Bezos's ever-growing yacht fund, you could buy this directly from Switchbot's website by clicking my link in the description, where you will get a discount. Do that. It'll cost you less money. In the meantime, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. That'll tell YouTube's algorithms it was a good video, and more people should see it. If you want to see some more of this guy, hit that subscribe button and ding that bell. If you ding the bell, it lets YouTube know that you want to be notified when I upload videos. These incredible people here are my patrons from Patreon, and without them, I would not still be doing this. I say it every week, but every week it is more true. I would be back in a call center if it wasn't for those people, and if you want to do it, you can do that at either Patreon or buy me a one-off beer at PayPal, and either way, I will genuinely love you forever. These are my Facebooks and my Twitters and my Instagrams and my TikToks too. Come and hang out there and we can be best friends. See you next time. This gets me in so much trouble with Nisha. Waste of tinfoil. You're lying.
I'm sorry.